Have you ever had a dream so big that people laughed at you? A dream that made others shake their heads and say, "Forget it. People like you can never achieve this." The truth is, dreams don't come with expiry dates. They live inside us as long as we breathe. The only way a dream dies is when we stop chasing it. This is the story of Haris, a boy from a small village who proved to the world that no matter how tough life gets, a dream never dies if you hold on to it. Haris grew up in a village where life was simple and tough. Most men worked in the fields, women managed the homes, and very few children even thought about studying beyond the basics. For them, life was only about farming and survival. But Haris was different. While other kids ran in the fields and laughed at the sky, he would sit alone under the stars and whisper to himself, "One day, I will build something that changes lives." His imagination was boundless. His friends laughed at him. The elders called him foolish. But Haris's heart burned with a dream that refused to go away. Life, however, doesn't let dreamers live easily. When Haris finished school, his father fell ill and could no longer work. His family's income disappeared, and his mother struggled to keep food on the table. The elders of the village told him, "Stop dreaming, Haris. You have responsibilities now. Forget your books and help your family in the fields." For a moment, he thought maybe they were right. Maybe he was foolish to think he could achieve something bigger. But deep inside, a voice kept repeating, "Dreams don't expire. Hold on." And so he held on. By day, Haris worked in the fields, his hands blistered and body exhausted. By night, when everyone slept, he lit a weak lantern and studied from old, torn books. He studied with hunger gnawing at his stomach, with sweat dripping down his face, with sleep trying to pull down his eyelids. But he refused to stop. His dream was the fire that kept him awake when the whole world was asleep. Years of sacrifice paid off. Haris earned a scholarship at a city college. It was the first time he left his village, carrying only hope in his heart and determination in his soul. But the city was harsh. Students around him wore fine clothes, bought new books, and stayed in comfortable hostels. Haris had none of that. He could barely afford food. Many nights, he slept in the library because he had no money for rent. Some days, he lived on nothing but water. His classmates mocked him, calling him a poor villager who didn't belong. But he never argued, never fought back. He simply smiled and whispered to himself, "Dreams don't expire. One day, I will rise." Through endless nights of study, Haris worked on an idea that had been with him since childhood. He wanted to help farmers like those in his village. He designed a small, low-cost machine that could double the efficiency of farming, a machine that could change lives. When he first presented the design, no one believed him. People laughed. "You? A poor boy? You think you can change the world?" But Haris stayed silent. He knew the power of persistence. He knew the world only believes when they see results. And then, one day, it happened. His invention worked. The machine not only functioned, but transformed the way crops were harvested. Farmers could now grow more with less effort. His village, once trapped in poverty, began to flourish. The same people who had once laughed at him now stood speechless. The elders who told him to give up now sought his advice. His family, who once cried in despair, now smiled with pride. Haris's story spread beyond the village. He became known as an innovator, a problem solver, an engineer who rose from nothing but a dream. Yet he never forgot the nights he spent hungry, the mockery of his classmates, or the quiet tears of his mother. Those memories were no longer painful. They were the fuel that drove him further. The lesson of Haris's journey is simple, yet powerful. Dreams don't expire. They don't die because of poverty. They don't die because people laugh. They don't die because you fail once, twice, or 100 times. A dream only dies when you decide to stop chasing it. So if you have a dream, protect it, fight for it, work for it even when you're tired, even when no one believes in you, even when life keeps knocking you down. Because your dream is waiting for you. And as long as you keep moving forward, no matter how slow, one day it will come true. Dreams don't expire. They live as long as you dare to keep them alive.